PSD and its shows are mostly supported by you guys. If you like what we do, make sure to rate the podcast wherever you listen, subscribe if you haven't, share your favorite moments and episodes with friends, and check out our Patreon if you want to give us some financial support, as well as getting a little something in return. All of that stuff helps like you wouldn't believe. Thanks so much for everything, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Pondering Spooky Tapes.
In the deepest and darkest of woods, where not even the light of the moon can penetrate, two vile creatures indulge in dark delights and have conquered their comrades into capitulation. Now they wander these lands watching scary cinema, and there's a good chance you're next. Mandalore and Billy invite you to ponder some spooky tapes. The rules of the wheel are as thus. Thou shalt choose a wheelmaster. They will interpret the will of the wheel. Thou shalt add movies and then sacrifice them to the wheel until only one remains. This will be your chosen movie. Once the movie is added by a creature of the craft, somebody who adds a movie to the wheel, that creature is bound to the wheel. No cowardice. If thou shalt commit to the wheel, then you are bound to the wheel. The wheel knows and is aware. Do not go against the grains that power the sands of malice. Movies must be at least 1 hour long. No television shows. This creature craves cinema. You may add any rules to this to change it however you see fit. Just remember that the wheel will know what you do. Once the contract is signed, the wheel will giveth unto you delights and despair. Prepare yourselves for the wheel! That's what I would say if I was a sheep, but I'm not. But guess what? Us at Pondering Spooky Tapes watched a movie about a sheep.
You betcha. And by you, I mean EWE, like the sheep. We just watched 2015's Shaun the Sheep, as decided by the wheel.
God.
Thank you. I don't remember who. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember.
You just said their name, didn't you?
I did not take their name. I'm sure they will mention it, and I will pin it in the comments.
Can I unthank them? Because like,
no, that's too much.
Wait.
No.
Wait. Are we gonna get a psycho take already?
wow.
You hate this movie that much?
I think that watching some other Aardman stuff before watching this movie ruined this movie for me going in. I think if I hadn't watched Wallace and Gromit and the Were-Rabbit and the newer Wallace and Gromit movie,
Vengeance Must Foul,
I was so bored.
I mean, those are really high bars. They set the bar really high.
They're really high, but it's not that it's a bad movie. I just think comparatively, I was
not impressed.
Incredibly bored.
It was fine.
I thought it was fine. I will say though, I did try to watch an episode before getting into it because I was too old for Shaun the Sheep. 2007, 2008 when it started coming out, the original. So I was
I'm just taking the heat early. I'm taking the heat early.
It's fine.
No, like compared to Wallace and Gromit, I wasn't like I will never feel compelled to rewatch that.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. It's not engaging that much. If I'm honest, like it's very.
If I was like visiting a baby cousin and they were watching it, I'd sit down and watch along. This was a fun enough movie. It was inoffensive. It had some good visual gags. You know, it was fine.
It's cute.
I would rather watch this than some of the like new SpongeBob movies or something. I think
100%. But also, like this movie is it's not a kid's film, it's a toddler film. It's
a
like
baby movie.
It is an absolute baby movie.
If you like this movie and you were an adult, I want to see your watch history on Disney Plus. How many episodes of Bluey have you seen?
I was thinking, okay,
why Bluey?
Because it's for infants.
Bluey has more dialogue than this, from what I've seen.
This movie is for stuff for babies.
The thing is, Bluey has more to it than this, you know?
Well, because Bluey is about teaching lessons and Shaun the Sheep is like fun. Like there's like a split difference. Like
Shaun the Sheep is very much just about fucking, I don't know, nothing.
Japes, tomfoolery, shenanigans.
It's very like
It's shenanigan. It's shenanigan maxing.
Little Looney Tunes with it.
British people will sit down and watch this movie and go, "Oh, this is my Black Panther."
That's not
Christ,
true.
doing the Shaun the Sheep salute.
True.
We are not jumping into sheep conda forever immediately.
We gotta get the sheep condo. Come on. Sheep condo. Sheep condo's just Nottingham. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh, this movie's so I don't know. It was inoffensive.
It's fine. It's just
they just Aardman makes a flushed away every once in a while, and this was the new flushed away. Well, relatively new flushed away.
Come on.
I would rather watch Flushed Away.
I think the absence of dialogue in this movie
Does not help.
there are some movies where an absence of dialogue can help. Like I recently watched Hundreds of Beavers, and I like that a lot because it's just kind of bit to bit to bit to bit to bit. It's just
That's real Looney
wacky
Tunes.
cartoon bits and
That's
with
a
video game
banger.
style progression, right?
It's really good.
And it's very good. And this is a baby movie where people are going, and I'm like, for like a 10-minute short,
Yeah, it's Simish.
Stop imitating me right now.
for like a duck that walks up to a lemonade stand, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm hooting and hollering. But as a 31-year-old guy, I'm just kind of like, I get it, it's fine. I'm just
As a 31-year-old, you're the one asking for grapes now.
much like British food. I'm asking, where's the sauce?
There were good bits.
I'm asking for sauce. I'm genuinely begging on my hands and knees for British people to put any kind of hot sauce or barbecue sauce on their food. Like, I'm begging for sauce.
They got pea sauce.
I did like a lot of good bits.
There were good bits.
I saw the Breaking Dad poster made me laugh.
There were 2 Breaking Bad jokes.
I really fucking love the dog, the fucked up and crazy dog.
yeah,
the rat
fucking
dog.
crazy
Great
dog
bit.
bit. Like, that was great. I would watch his movie.
The dog that just stared straight at the viewer. Yeah.
I like that at the end he escapes and he's a danger to everybody around him. That's a good bit.
He's probably killed like 7 people.
I like when the dog sucks a skeleton off.
They just straight up made like porn movie in that scene, man.
I did laugh a couple of times. It's not
Yeah.
like this was like overtly boring.
It's not miserable.
It's not a
No,
miserable
it is
watch.
not miserable.
It's just yeah, okay, man. Like, all right.
For whatever reason, we had a we had a wheel of horror movies. Someone put Shaun the Sheep on it, and it landed on it, and a bunch of adult men sat around and watched Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah, out of like 100 different horror movies and bad slot movies, somebody's like, I want to put Shaun the Sheep on here, and that's the one that won. And we're like,
I don't
damn.
even remember what the fuck the other movie.
The other one was worse.
It was between Shaun the Sheep and Invisible Terrorist.
No, there was
No.
something really foul in that. In those
It was
later ones.
it was more foul than that. I'm
What
gonna
else
go
was
see
there?
because I cannot remember.
Was it Big Money
But
Hustlers?
No, it was not Big Money Hustlers.
One day.
Selfie Dad was there. I remember that.
It was no, you're right. It was Invisible Terrorist.
That was the final one.
The final 4 movies to the wheel, which the stream is still up. It's unlisted. I'll probably like put a pinned comment with the live stream we did for the when we played the wheel. The final 4 was Plank Face, Scary Movie 3, Shaun the Sheep, and Invisible Terrorist.
Oh, I remember because I was really hoping for Scary Movie 3. I was like, fingers crossed.
I wanted
That
it
was a
to
rough
be
one.
Scary Movie 3 so bad, and I got really worried when we were gonna get Shaun the Sheep because I was thinking, holy shit, this is gonna be so fucking boring. It wasn't boring. I don't think it was boring. I was engaged enough during the entire thing.
It was
but-
just, it's not a movie you go out of your way to watch, but if you were like in the
No.
back of a Dodge Durango and it was playing 4x3 in the portable DVD player on the back of your parents' seat, you'd definitely watch it.
It's an airplane movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's an iPad movie. You know, you put it on your kid's iPad during the flight.
This is a movie that is like, damn, this is so funny, it's going to make me merge without looking kind of movie.
a little bit.
We were talking about that though, how it's like, you know, having no dialogue was kind of like a timeless, like, oh, like how cute, like there's no dialogue. But now with, you know, the years of machine created children's entertainment,
It's malicious.
makes you
now.
think of like Elsa, whatever.
It makes me think of like Garten of Banbanach Skibbity Toilet pregnancy videos.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Where it's like no dialogue. It's just made to get around and get clicks, nothing to it, which this has like more of a heart to it. But
Agreed.
it's like, it's
Oh, I mean,
so,
100%. It looks fantastic as well.
it's like, yeah.
Art always delivers on visuals. I rember in one
Oh,
early
yeah.
sequence, y'all commented on loving the water, like a splash effect.
Oh, the water looks crazy.
The water was crazy. I remember you and I just going, holy crap. So fucking stupid. There is one thing I kind of hate about this movie. I hate the look of the other humans that aren't main characters.
Yep. I was mentioning this in the commentary, how like Wallace and Gromit versus other Aardman stuff. Even Chicken Run.
Yeah.
A lot of the humans are very stylized. Everything is kind of like overtly like designed and detailed. They're all very caricaturish. Whereas the humans in this, for the most part, aside from like the farmer, they don't look cartoony-ish. They look almost like corporate, moral, oral, like realistic claymation.
Yeah, the moral oral eyes is a great fucking observation.
This is straight up Moralton.
Yeah.
It's like a couple of people have like the wallet and grommet sauce. It's like the farmer, the first fashion guy with the big hair.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of people here and there have it. Like the bad guy, a Trumper.
Fucking a Trumper.
Animal control?
Animal control guy, yeah.
The animal control guy, yeah.
containment.
Yeah, it was animal containment, technically. That's right.
Yeah, like they're all kind of Wallace and Gromit-y because you're supposed to be able to like see them and notice them. But in Wallace and Gromit movies, even the background characters are stylized in that way. And
They
I
also
think,
have like bigger eyes in the like very big round eyes in Wallace and Gromit, and they had like tiny little eyes, and they were freaking me out.
I think it was the mouths, really.
it's like the eyes. It's about the proportions of the face. In Wallace and Gromit, it's big mouths, big nose, big eyes. And in this, it's kind of the same similar set of eyes as Wallace and Gromit, but then the nose is like a normal human nose and then a normal human mouth because they're all going so you don't have to do a lot of like overt exaggeration with the mouths to kind of portray the human language.
That's true. If they're just speaking like
if they're just going back,
Simlish.
if they're speaking Simlish, they don't have to open their mouths as wide.
Exactly.
And in Wallace and Gromit, it's very pronounced.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure kids would love it.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I still sit by my theory. I still think it's because they're in the big city. They all look weird. I still think that's what it is. They have fluoride in the water, so they all look like that.
In a world where fluoride makes you look less fucked up and crazy.
Yeah, they've got all the crazy looking people out in the country, like in Wallace and Gromit, where they're all country bumpkins who live in tiny villages. This is the big city, you know?
No, Wallace and Gromit, the
could
town
be
is
it.
pretty large.
Is it?
Yeah, the town in Wallace and
Yeah,
Gromit,
but this was like an urban environment.
this was like a big city versus like a small city to large town.
But this was like London properly. This is like London proper, I think.
Is it?
That sure seemed to be the implication.
it's big city.
It looked like they had like the museum in the background in that one shot by the fountain. But I could be wrong. It's just fictional big city.
It's just big city. They you can see the signs. They just call it the
They
big
literally
city.
call it the big city, yeah.
I don't like how they have side mouths.
I kind of like that.
They're kind of growing tumors.
It's an interesting choice because it allows for less work on the claymation side, because if you had fully like the underjaw like sheep mouth, you'd have to do a lot of like perspective changes and
all
shifts.
because of the nose.
Right.
Exactly,
Yeah.
for
Because
the
of
muzzle.
big fucking nose.
Yeah.
It feels
I
very
see.
2D going of the side mouth, frankly. It's something you would draw in a comic book. And we kind of see that in the credits of some of the like sketches of the characters.
Yeah, instead of cow tools, it's sheep tools, like the other side, like the far side.
We were talking about it earlier when they were like first showing the side mouths. I compared them to puncture wounds. That's still what I think of. Like they've got stigmata on their faces going on.
Stigmata on their faces.
Yeah.
They're walking around like fucking sunfish.
They're kind of nasty, but sunfish is a good comparison.
It was cute. I was talking about having to watch this for the show with some other people, and they actually grew up with it, and they got really mad when I said it was for fucking toddlers. They were like, "No, it's for kids," and I was like, "No, dude."
I don't know that I say it's for toddlers. I think it's probably
I just have Wallace and Gromit bias because I grew up with Wallace and Gromit.
Yep.
And like I was saying in the beginning, I had a weird thing where when the dog went in the machine, I thought the machine turned the dog into a robot and that didn't just pull his fur off. I thght that there could be a machine that turned you into a robot, and that scared the shit out of me.
well, there is. That's a real thing now. That's happening.
Yeah, in our nightmare world, it's a thing, but it wasn't for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Ever since the pain vortex was made real, it's been happening.
And like, I don't know. Wallace and Gromit, it just they're
sauce.
such fun character dynamics. Yeah.
There's
Gromit.
sauce in Wallace and Gromit. Like,
Yeah.
Gromit swagged up too. Like, let's just be real.
Gromit doesn't say anything, but he's expressive. Like Shaun the Sheep he's easy to like mix up with the other sheep, I guess. Like he's little.
Actually, that's one thing I could.
It was hard to keep track of him sometimes when like a lot was happening.
Yeah, when they all put up their like big costumes and everything and started walking around the city, I deadass could not tell which sheep was which, and I thought for a sec that Shaun the Sheep was the one dressed as a woman.
No, that was one of the curls in its hair, I think.
Yeah, I got like confused because they all look the same.
See, that's something disappointing about it, is they did try to make the sheep distinct visually, but they don't really have a lot of personality outside of Shaun. And like, what, Timmy was the little baby one that you like?
I was so thrown off. This movie is like fucking Memento.
Yeah, oh god, dude, Shaun the Sheep, but it's Memento. Don't believe his bleed.
Don't believe his
Don't
bleeds.
believe his back.
the archetypal characters that Wallace and Gromit represent are more interesting only because, like, with Shaun the Sheep, the dynamic is there's the dog. He's the dog. There's Shaun. He's like the kind of smarter sheep. And then there's the other sheep that are also as smart as Shaun to a degree. Whereas like Wallace, inventor but stupid. Gromit, like, gotta take care of him. That dynamic is far more interesting because they are at a base level overall way more interesting than that's the smart sheep who leads the smart sheep, but they're kind of dumb, and the dog and the farmer.
Well, that was the thing with the dog too. Like at first I was like, oh, this feels like the dog is like Heathcliff for Gromit.
To Gromit's Garfield, yeah.
Yeah, because at first I was like, oh, is he going to be like the hard-ass dog who's like, who kind of bullies the sheep around? But I never really got a clock on him. He's kind of their friend.
Much like Gromit, he's just like the farmer's friend. That's what he is. That's the farmer's dog.
He's kind of like
it's a sheepdog. He's a sheepdog. He's there to help like, guard the sheep.
Like maybe there was more of it in the show. I don't know.
Probably.
But he just sort of, he could have been another sheep, and I feel like it wouldn't have changed much.
Exactly. That's
except for the bone scene.
The bone scene in the beginning.
The bone scene's great.
The bone scene in the beginning, I thought the dog would have more sauce, and then like by the time they get to the big city, the dog is basically just with them as another sheep.
He just gets arrested like a chump. Like, who cares? He didn't really do a whole lot of unique stuff.
Except for the Dr. Bone.
Yeah,
the Dr. Bone scene was goated.
Oh no, the dog's gonna do surgery. Oh, there's a bone. Like, that's great.
Brendan, you're just fucking horny.
I saw a skeleton. My Pinor's out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sans Undertale style.
That's what happens when you see a boner.
The character dynamics at play for the most part were just between Shaun and the farmer, and then Shaun and the animal control guy.
And the thing is, the farmer has his memory gone most of the movie.
Yeah, I kind of thought the Mr. X bit was funny. I kind of hoped he would go through various jobs. Though, you know what I mean?
He'd get like an ego.
That would have been a lot funnier.
Dude, he was so happy being a fucking hairstylist. And then it was kind of weird to me that he was happier doing that than like hang out in the farm, but then at the end they kind of just make him go back to the farm. I was like, is that I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, but like that's the character dynamic of it all is like the farmer takes all the animals for granted. It's very obvious he takes all the animals for granted after a certain point. The memory loss leads to him kind of like gaining passion back, and then once the memory loss goes away, he realizes like, oh fuck, I've been taking all my animals for fucking granted. I have to do better. And so everybody's happy at the end. The dog doesn't get hit by the goddamn window. All the sheep are having a great time, and he doesn't adhere to the schedule anymore.
This is the most analysis anybody has ever done on this movie, I think.
There's got to be someone who's an avid PST enjoyer, mad as fuck, that we don't know the names of all the sheep, nor care to know.
No, we do. Frankly. Brendan, name all of them right now.
There's Dorothy and Whipple and Poob.
No.
There is Kringle and Smatchum and Yube.
No, that's too many sheep. You've named too many sheep.
I named 6 sheep. I'm just, you know what? Throw a couple of pigs in there. It's on Poob.
Sheen, Carl, Chum Chum,
Fanboy, Chun Chum.
6 sheep? Is that right? 5, 6?
I don't fucking know.
Brandy, Mr. Whiskers.
Fuck, George of the Jungle.
Ricky Gervais.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum. How many? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7.
I'm gonna keep going back to it. It's just it's the lack of sauce. It's good, but the lack of, I'm gonna keep going back to it during this discussion where like every problem that I have with this movie, I'm talking about the negatives. I like a lot of the bits. I like a lot of the sight gags, the background gags.
Yeah, good visual gags.
They're genuinely good, but the overarching narrative and the characters portrayed, partially due to the subject matter and partially due to the lack of dialogue. I still think that you can have sauce with Bobble Herbie Sims dialogue. I'm just so sauceless.
I mean, there was that part where the guy thought he was like going up that animal's ass and being rotated around.
That was a bit of sauce.
Reverse Ace Ventura.
Some might say too much sauce.
Reverse Ventura was dripping with sauce, and you don't want to taste it.
It was sauceful,
like an au jus, like an Arby's beef dip.
But by that point, I'd eaten so much plain white rice that I was like, sauce? I'm full by this point.
The thing is, it's also Shaun the Sheep, and it's like I feel like if I even think too much about it, it's getting into cross his arms territory. Because it's made for fucking children.
Right. That's the thing is, no matter how negative I'm gonna be, it's a baby movie.
I just don't care enough to really be like, let me really analyze it. Like it's fucking Shaun the Sheep. What do you want me to say? It's like, oh, that's like there were some antics I liked as an adult. I'm sure kids would like it, but It's like, yeah, I was not too compelled watching the sheep run around and laughing at butts sometimes. I love Psycho Dog. There are a few fun bits.
Oh, dude, this movie loves butts.
Kids love butts. They always have, always will. We got like what,
True.
3 ass cracks of the farmer?
No, it was 3. It was 3 to 4. I was counting.
No, they at one point they do a flashback and they're like, "Oh my god, do you remember when the farmer had a big butt crack?"
Yeah, that was at the end. That was, I think, the 3rd or the 4th one.
Actually, wait, no, there is one thing I'll cross his arms that the music choices were weird at points.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
How dare you not love the Shaun the Sheep hip hop, dude?
That was at the credits. That's fine. But
That
like,
doesn't count. That's not part
Drake
of the score.
could
The overarching
fucking never-
score for this movie is dog shit.
Have you guys seen on fucking Twitter, Drake announced that he's going to clap back against Shaun the Sheep?
Hey yo, Shaun, you ready to kick it with us, man? That's what I thought. Let's take this up another level. What you know about Shaun the Sheep?
Just one of those gays. I know, yeah.
No, I posted it actually. Drake came out on stage with like a sweatshirt full of bullet holes with smoke coming out of it. And he said, they thought Einstein was lying and Shaun the Sheep was barely rhyming and Edison wasn't lit despite what he was designing. So how can I give a fuck what they say about my stars aligning?
When the farmer's ass is shining, yeah.
Whoa, holy shit, he's a lyrical miracle.
He's a lyrical miracle, a genius with a weenius.
The spiritual profiterole, yeah.
Spiritual profiterole. I've never heard that one. That's awesome.
I think we were talking about this during the commentary when the first music, like the first swelling of the music pops up, how much of the music throughout this, except for like the weird rock during the first animal control scene, which was like, what?
Well, it's strange having like a entire movie where we're not gonna have any dialogue, and then you have music with lyrics. Like
True, and the music
few-
without lyrics sounded like Sims bi-mode music.
Yeah.
It did.
Like having Foo Fighters come out, having like the little Bad to the Bone bit was more of a bit odd.
That one song that they play during the montage in the city is so corny.
It's
I
so
fucking hated
corny.
I hated it because the entire time it's like fucking, oh, we own this city. Like, what the fuck? What do you fucking mean? You're shut up.
Yeah,
Shut
there was a shot inside of Animal Control where they played Bad to the Bone as well. It's so weird to have music with actual lyrics when the characters don't speak a language.
The Bad to the Bone thing I would accept as like a bit.
If they were covered,
They should have done Simlish
Oh
covers.
my god, they
yeah.
should have done that. Would have been so much better.
literally, if it was them doing the fake language for the songs, it'd been like clever, right? It'd been a little fun. I'd be into that because then we'd be recognizing
It'd
it.
be like the Katy Perry Hot and Cold Simlish cover, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been clever. But
Who beside?
Yeah, your bleep and your globe. Yeah. I don't know. The more I think about this movie, the less I like
They
it.
should have played Rock DJ by Robbie Williams and then had him turn to an ape.
That's the problem, though. It's like you can overtly dissect it, but you're gonna sound like a pessimist like me.
That's what I mean. It's not even that.
That's why I'm like, let me take the hit. I'll cross my fucking arms for this one.
How many comments are just gonna be like, guys, it's not that serious. It's a fucking
We know
kids
it's
movie."
not.
why they
Yeah,
put it on
like-
the horror movie wheel.
If you didn't want to
Why
see this,
you- that's
the
your
baby
fault.
movie, why'd you put it on the fucking wheel?
yeah, what was the scariest part of the movie?
The dog was scary.
The dog. What are you kidding?
Dude, definitely the dog.
I think this was a good look into the wheels mechanics for Pondering overall. We cannot put baby movies on this son of a bitch.
Guys, what the fuck? There's nothing to talk about. I don't. We're like 20 minutes in. What the fuck are we gonna talk about now?
We cannot dissect baby movies. We cannot talk about baby movies because it will either go into cross your arms rant Sona territory, or we're just gonna be like, yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was really good. I like the part that was good.
Baby movies are for private wheels. That's what it is.
If you have a child, I'm sure they're gonna fucking clap their
Hey,
hands.
dude, show a baby, show a 5-year-old this movie, and they're gonna lose their goddamn mind. Get this movie, 2015. This movie is the perfect. I don't care about my kids. I'm going to Redbox
We're all
movie.
fucking 30. We're all 30 watching Shaun the Sheep. What the fuck are we doing?
I'm not 30.
What are we fucking doing?
This is like I said. This is the ultimate. I don't care about my kids. What it's a Redbox. Oh, all the copies of Inside Out are rented.
Holy fuck, the original show has 170 episodes?
no
Yeah,
way.
I mean it's a big one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
No.
crazy.
The episodes are 5 minutes long.
Yeah, they're all shorts.
Still, that's a lot of sheep.
Too much sheep. Time to send him to the glue factory.
The memories of this movie's release are kind of coming back to me, and I said it a little bit during the commentary, but I will say the cultural impact of Shaun the Sheep in the Americas versus the cultural impact of Wallace and Gromit. When I think I first saw the trailer for this movie, and I up until like just a little while ago, I genuinely thought this was the sheep from the Serta mattress commercials.
I could have sworn they did a crossover at some point because I have like distinct memories of that.
It's just a similar sheep. That's it.
That's crazy.
I have distinct memories of Chicken Run Burger King tie-in ads. It was no Rodeo Burger ad, though.
Was it Mel Gibson or Clooney in Chicken Run?
It was Mel Gibson.
Oh, it was Mel Gibson.
And then the sequel replaced him with Zachary Levi.
Harold himself with the purple
awesome.
crayon.
The funniest possible replacement.
You see,
dude.
Zach Levi was on Fortnite Fridays.
What?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know if they talk about Harold the Purple Crayon, but I gotta check it out.
He talked about like wokeism and stuff.
We
like,
need to
genuinely.
start vetoing movies for the wheel, I
The
think.
thing is, if it went on the wheel, it was already.
No, but I mean, it's because I just
Well, like next thing
realized
it'll be
people are
like
gonna,
Coco Melon, and people are just gonna pull out all the dog shit.
maybe we should add a stipulation of like at least make it like a tiny bit spooky. I don't fucking know.
Me when it's Pondering spooky tapes and they watch the Baby Sheep movie and then they just bitch about it for an hour.
Yeah, dude,
I cannot wait to see what Boo draws up for this. Just give Boo the dog. Make him redraw the dog.
It's Shaun the Sheep, but he's on the steps of the Capitol. There's a giant guillotine right behind.
oh my god, stop referencing that.
It needs to be us.
Fucking psycho.
It needs to be one of y'all doing like the fucking dog pose where he's staring straight into the viewer's eyes.
It needs to be all of us with our arms crossed. You know the scene where it's the person on the couch and all the men are behind her.
Yeah. Oh god.
Us with our arms crossed with Shaun the Sheep.
Talking about the porn, the casting couch.
Casting couch.
Why the fuck would we
A bunch of rant
couch?
sodas are on the.
4 rant sodas, arms crossed, in front of the couch. It says Shaun the Sheep on a couch.
And he looks traumatized.
No, but it is. You know what? It is an interesting look into how easy it is to be critical about children's media.
I'm looking at Shaun the Sheep review, and I'm gonna hold.
What the fuck are you talking? The casting couch pipe, the fucking pipeline from casting couch to fucking critical on children's media. What are you talking about?
Well, it is interesting. It is interesting how
I'm looking at Shaun the Sheep. I'm looking for Cross's arms right now. The first result is like a mind flayer and a do-rag.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why
I don't
not?
know how else to explain
Why
it.
the fuck not? It might as well be that.
What if Shaun the Sheep was a gangster? Like, what if he had like a big
those
cannabis?
Like those Airbrush Man t-shirts
Yeah.
of Looney Tunes, but with Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah, where are those?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I'm looking up Shaun the Sheep Rule 34.
Okay.
Wait a minute, what? Wallace forgives Gromit for his death and aids him in evading the police.
What?
5 nights
This is awesome, dude.
at Gromit's or Wallace's. 1 second.
Should Aardman do a Garden of Banban movie, Brendan?
Yes. Oh, fuck yeah. Dude! I found the 1 second. This is fucking incredible.
no.
1 sec. Should I stream this? I want to
What is happening?
please.
FNAF.
What is
Wallace and
this?
Gromit
This
all
is
jump
FNAF. I
scares?
found FNAF Wallace and Gromit.
What the fuck?
Oh, he goes at you and you eat the cheese. This is going to be impossible to add into the actual video form of the video.
Yeah.
People just suffer. Like, what the fuck is that?
Fuck is this, Brendan? This is awful.
FNAF Wallace and Gromit all jump scares video.
Is this the kind of shit you were playing back in like 2017? Like, what
No, I'm
is
not
this?
Markiplier, motherfucker.
Brendan, you can't. It's a podcast.
I'll post the video. The editor can play one of the jump scares in 3, 2, 1.
Fucking white.
Gromit, old pal.
Wallace and Gromit all jumps. Where's it just Wallace?
Oh, dude, this is way more sauce. No, this is. I'm not gonna lie. I posted one of the Shaun the Sheep shorts.
God.
This has way more sauce.
I want to circle back in discussion if the farmer could beat Wallace's ass, frankly.
Oh, this is cute. Oh, this opening is great.
This has so much sauce to it.
It's literally covered in sauce.
Is this a newer episode too?
Oh wait, that's the.
I believe so. This has a lot of sauce.
I get it, pizza sauce, yeah.
Well, even how it's lit, it's like a little.
It looks
spookier.
nice.
It looks. It does look
very
nicer.
nice.
Maybe that was.
You know what's making me fucking mad too? This is way more appropriate. We could have watched this.
Oh my
Little
God,
Sheep
you're
of Horrors, and it would have been appropriate.
Little Sheep of Horrors is literally 5 minutes
But
long.
it would have been great. Less time, and this would have made way more sense.
And for me, at least, I think that's one of my problem with, I guess, Aardman's more cinematic ventures is I feel like regarding their shorts, because they're a bit lower budget, the claymation looks worse, and that makes it look better. Does that sound?
It's charming.
They have to get creative to make it look better.
It's more charming than the overt claymation in the movies, except for like Were Rabbit.
Well, because like the big city was so like it's so epic. Look how crazy as all this stuff is happening.
It's so big. So much money was spent on like the traffic and the big city and it's still a good movie. It's
But
still
this
a
is
great
like-
movie to show your cousins.
Like, just looking around this is like cute.
Why does the baby sheep get a pacifier in the short but not in the movie?
Grow up.
Did he like
You
grow
grow
up
out
or
of it.
something? Oh, that's whatever, man.
I'm just lamenting the lack of sauce.
Man.
I really am. I also thought this movie was older, and seeing like the cell phone plot element also made me go, huh? And
You
then,
genuinely thought that the animal control guy had a vape for a second.
I did, but like that
You
was
thought he
more of
was
a joke.
vaping beans.
That wasn't like a real. That was a joke
Oh, okay.
that I made.
I didn't know
a
we
joke
were joking.
observation.
I was being 100% genuine the whole film.
No, he wasn't like ripping on the elf bar. He wasn't geeking out with the geek bar. He wasn't fucking like popping the jewel like crazy.
geeking on them beans, man.
There has to be someone who crossed their arms at this fucking movie.
Worst. I don't know. Type in like emotional language, like worst Shaun the Sheep movie.
Ranking all the Shaun the Sheep episodes, 3-hour retrospective.
There's a lot of Shaun the Sheep movie reviews. Like, there's fuckloads of them.
The era of let's review a movie on YouTube was really coming into fruition when this movie came out, right? Like it had to have been.
No, it's. I'm trying to think of just nice things to say because I feel like I've kind of.
There are cute bits. Like,
It was well animated.
It's
and it looked
cute
nice.
bits. It's well
Well
animated.
yeah.
I like the disguises the sheeps are wearing. I like the little thrift store bit.
It was
I like
fun.
the reoccurring gags.
There's good planting and payoffs, like with the dog, who we didn't know if was a dog for a little while.
How'd you feel compared to the most recent Aardman, Brendan?
No, the most recent Wallace and Gromit was much better. It had a lot of sauce.
We were saying that they had like similar bits, even like the like fence posts being used as water skis.
It did have a bunch of bits that were like recycled
like
from other
laddering
Hardman.
ribbon. Well, they're just like classic
Yeah.
tropes of kids comedy, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, that and like I think both the Wallace and Gromit movies and this movie all have the big chase scene,
Well, chase scenes are fun. Kids like that.
like the chase the were-rabbit in the were-rabbit, or like chase the rabbits in the were-rabbit movie, or in the newest Wallace and Gromit where they're like, oh fuck, chase the banging.
Chase feathers.
Chase the banging, and now it's like, oh, the Doctor Disrespect chases the sheep.
Oh god, he really did.
He
Look
did-
like
he really
that
did have
shade.
the
Doctor
outfit, yeah.
I still
Disrespect
say he looked
chases
like
the
Jonathan Frakes, the animal control dude. He could have been on Star Trek.
If he had the facial hair, like
He had the goatee. Like
He never sat in the chair weird though, which is necessary for Jonathan Frakes.
He never sat in a chair weird though. He should have sat in the chair weird. I like how his ending was just he fell in a pile of poop and that's it. We don't need to know more. He didn't get arrested.
Very manure heavy.
Oh no, he did. The credit sequence, you saw he lost his job and now he's like a costumed advertiser for chicken nuggets.
There was a sequel Shaun the Sheep movie. Does this one have sauce?
What?
I didn't know that. 2019.
Oh, the Halloween. Wait, was it a Halloween one too?
It was a Farmageddon. It was about aliens. This one has so much more sauce.
We could have watched an actual fucking like.
Farmageddon.
I posted the trailer in the
Oh,
chat.
there's
This
like
has
an
so much more
alien
sauce.
bunny. There's like an alien bunny in this one. That would have made far more sense.
No baby movies except the sequel to Shaun the Sheep, naturally.
This one might just be genuinely more sauceful. Yeah, cow get abducted in that one. Fuck.
Get abducted.
This reminds me of was it Planet 51 where Brendan Fraser's the astronaut?
I did. I was hoping we got Planet 51 on the wheel. Planet 51 was on the wheel.
wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
It was on the wheel, but
Yeah.
it got lost. It got lost to.
I'm so glad we saw this instead of that, though. Like, I realize this isn't great content, but I would have enjoyed this movie a lot more than Area 51.
I don't know, the Farmageddon grocery store scene is reminding me of Gooby a little bit. Not really like
It
that.
does. Anything in the small countryside gives me goob vibes. And I did not say good vibes. I said goob vibes.
This also reminds me of the movie was it called Home?
Oh, Home.
That came out
was
2015 when this came out,
DreamWorks.
didn't it?
Yeah.
That came out like the same year.
I never saw the movie, but it's like a kryptonite for me, that fucking movie, Home. Because for the local theaters for like 7 years, I want to say 7 or 8 years, like after the movie came out, they would always play this fucking trailer or bumper where he thinks he's going to a Bluebee theater and not a movie theater. I don't know how to describe it.
What are you talking about?
Bluebee Theater?
Before the
Like,
movies,
is that a bit from the movie Home?
I have no fucking idea. But before, like, I could be like, oh, I'm gonna watch like Upgrade. I'm gonna watch like a fucked up R-rated movie. They would play, they would play Little Alien from Home, and he's like, I thought we were going to a Bluebee theater, not a movie theater. And they kept fucking playing this bumper.
What the fuck are you talking
He
about?
calls it a Bluebee theater and not a movie theater. I am not crazy.
I got the joke. No, I got the joke.
I am not crazy. Couldn't be precious Shaun.
Losing
not
it.
our Shaun. Taking the sheep, stealing the blind.
Oh my god.
Where is it? There's no clip of it on YouTube. That's not good. But it's just a bloopy theme.
I have like nothing else to say about this movie. It's fucked up.
It's cute. It's fine.
Brendan, do you have a fucking Brendan question?
Yeah, if you were gonna do Seth Green comes to you and says,
Oh fuck!
I want to
no,
do a Shaun the
you're
Sheep bit
bringing
and Robot
that back.
Chicken.
You're
What's your
bringing
Shaun
that back
the Sheep
from the
bit that they're
commentary
doing Robot
channel.
Chicken?
My Shaun the Sheep bit.
I
got
will
one right
mention.
here.
I will mention if you're an adult and you really fucking want to watch this movie,
Why?
I think our commentary track is really good.
I think we had fun with that.
I think we had a lot of fun. It's available in the description and on our little web store. Web store. Am I fucking 80? Jesus. For $1.
Get the commentary track on our web store on www.pleasestoptalking.com.
Shopping. Please stop shopping.com.
Please stop shopping.
What a fool. What a fool.
They already fucked it up. They already clicked off. They don't know. They're gone. All right.
I know how I would Robot Chicken this.
How would you Robot Chicken, Shaun the Sheep?
So towards the end, when the animal control guy got his like super taser claw thing, just make that him grabbing a fucking lightsaber. They love their Star Wars on there. Have him do like a lightsaber fight.
No, I was talking about Seth Green comes to you and wants a bit about Shaun the Sheep in Robot Chicken. Not Robot Chicken a part of the movie. I'm talking Seth Green comes directly to you and says, hey, number one Shaun the Sheep fan.
Okay.
Number one
Shaun the Sheep fan. Seth Green says, I want a quick Shaun the Sheep bit, a transitionary bit in the episode. What does Shaun the Sheep do in this bit?
Well, clearly they go to the red light district in the big city where the farmer pimps out the sheep.
Why
Like,
are you
obviously.
so obsessed?
Who said to me?
Why are you
working
so
a corner?
obsessed with
Was
that?
It you,
You
Dak?
can find out more about that bit in the commentary
Oh,
track.
no, that was Dak. Dak was talking about sheep prostitutes. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll see the sheep
I
working
kept
in
talking
corner.
about the fucking Lola the sheep.
Right,
who's
you
supposed
said-
to be
right.
Sean's girlfriend, and bro kept being like, yeah, she probably works at a fucking probably works a corner.
I said that once.
And yet it never escaped because you keep
I didn't bring it up. I'm doing it
You
here.
just
as a
brought
joke.
it back.
I would have the farmer fuck the sheep and
I'm advertising your commentary track.
I think if the sheep was hot, I mean,
The number one Shaun the Sheep fan probably would say that, sadly. That's just how it would work. This is also a Robot Chicken bit, them having this exact discussion. Let's be real.
Trumper just opened his mouth. I'm gonna put a big sheep in it now.
I think my Shaun the Sheep Robot Chicken bit would be Timmy the little baby gets eaten in half by the horse and then Shaun just starts cussing. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
there was no
And it was also weird they never had. Was it Brendan who said that like the when the sheep came in half, someone should have like seen that happen when there was disguised as a woman? Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, so there was this reoccurring bit where like the sheep were dressed up as humans, and there was a woman tulpa that was like two sheep in a tulpa trench coat that was like hitting consistently on the animal control guy.
Yeah.
And when they're running away from the animal control guy, they split in half, and it's two sheep, and I feel like that was wasted potential because I feel
There's
like
a lot of wasted joke potential.
It should have happened.
there
in
should have
front
been a
of
bit where somebody saw that happen and they went, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they should have freaked out or something like, "Oh my god!"
Someone should have vomited seeing that. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that should. You know what? That's what should have happened for Robot Chicken. Literally, that scene. It happened.
you're right.
And then the guy's like, "Oh my god! Oh fuck!" And then starts vomiting. And then after the human starts vomiting, Shaun the Sheep comes in and he's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Oh my god!" And starts vomiting. And then the other sheep start vomiting, and then the leg part of the sheep starts vomiting, and then Timmy comes out and starts vomiting. Trumper comes out and he slips on the vomit,
and then he vomits because he's covered
and
in
then
vomit.
he vomits on himself.
I feel like the bit is they just walk in and Trumper shoots them all with a gun violently and blood goes everywhere.
Probably.
That's so bankrupt.
Well, I think that's a bit in the. I think there's an open season Robot Chicken sketch where what is it? Shaw Ungus Ungus. It's Shaw.
Hungus.
The bad guy in open season, like kills Boog, and then he's just like drinking or something. I think that's one of like the robot chicken bits.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That reminds me that open season is where that fucking Among Us ass shake came from.
Yep.
I didn't realize
it was
recently.
animated over that. Yeah, that's where it blocked from.
The Among Us ass like shake. It's rotoscoped from open season.
What the fuck? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I learned that recently.
There are like 5 open season movies too. It's kind of incredible.
Oh, I don't remember how I know that.
What?
Though. There are 5 open seasons.
Yeah, open season
What
kept
the
getting
fuck?
movies.
Holy fuck,
It
there
kept
really
getting
are.
straight to DVD
What?
movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a whole
That's
series.
what's coming out.
Yeah, there's a 5th one coming out soon.
Dude.
There were
Who the
4.
Oh, let properties die. Let things die.
It's like Hoodwinked. Like they kept making Hoodwinked movies, and I don't know
Okay,
how.
I
that's
thought they made
different.
two hoodwinks.
That's different. That's based.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, they keep putting that sexy grandma in there.
God, stop. I'm going to come.
I thought it was Epic Grandma, not Sexy Grandma. Was it?
I mean, someone finds her sexy, I'm sure.
This is the most psycho shit ever. Just I thought it was Epic Grandma, not sexy
If
grandma.
I'll cut this psycho shit short with another Brendan question. All right.
Okay.
Now, throughout all of time, there are character archetypes. If you could give Shaun the Sheep a little bit of sauce, how would you sauce him up a little bit to make him stand out a tiny bit more from the other sheep?
The first thing that came to mind is not okay.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, what was it? Let's hear it.
I was gonna just stop you mid thing, and I was just gonna say like make him horny.
Okay. So, okay.
And,
All right.
like Pepe Le Pew type beat.
That's
but I
horrible
don't-
sauce.
I don't like
That's
that.
horrible.
That's horrid sauce.
I agree. That's why I should have not said anything. I said it though.
I've got an idea. Aardman probably wouldn't have done this because we've been too close to Wall. If he was like out here making his own little contraptions on the farm, I think that would have been fun.
It would have been fun, but the thing is, that's just Wallace.
We're approaching Wallace and Gromit
That's a
again.
Wallace thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sauce, but that's a Wallace thing.
It would have worked though. Like it would have really cemented he's the intelligent sheep. He's the one who like leads their shenanigans. If he's out here building stuff.
I'll make a robot scarecrow to harvest the corn faster.
Instead of making gizmos,
They build a scarecrow in like the beginning of the movie too, don't they?
they do, and they also do make the horse. Remember, they do gizmos.
Yeah, like if he was just building stuff, if he was a genuine architect of like Discord on that farm, he'd be fun.
An architect of discord.
Yeah.
I think that for me, if I wanted to give Shaun a little bit of sauce, I would give him Rube Goldbergian powers without there being a mechanism attached to it. I.e., how the other side of the Wallace coin is kind of Ernest P. Worrell, where Ernest sets events in motion, but he is not duly responsible for the events set in motion except for the initial inertia.
As a conduit of chaos, right? That's what you're thinking.
Exactly. So I would put a little bit of chaos sauce on, I think, Shaun the Sheep. And I think he has a tiny bit of that, but I think it just needed a smidgen more.
I know it's not like huge or anything, but maybe make him like
Horny?
stop.
Make him big.
Make him like
Make him big and make him round, maybe?
Make him 200 feet tall.
like Clifford the Big Red Dog, but a sheep.
Wasn't Clifford the
No,
Big
I-
Red Dog a really homophobic movie?
Oh yeah, super homophobic.
What?
I remember seeing something before Clifford came out, and it was like all the characters love saying homophobic slurs, and at one point, Clifford the Big Red Dog joins in on the fun. I might have misremembered that.
What are you fucking talking
I might have
about?
misremembered that, but I thought it was Clifford the Big Red Dog.
The basic thing I was gonna say is make him have like vivid, big imagination. I don't know how to if you get what I mean, but you know, like maybe he could have like
Tell him to stop getting his ideas from fucking buses.
maybe he could look at a bus and then like have a big like, oh, this is how the plan is gonna work, and then he starts
Dude, there should have been more bus advertising.
Like imagination sequences like that.
yeah, imagination sequences where it can be a bit ridiculous and like interesting.
Okay.
Maybe
What if Shaun got his ideas from the inside of buses? Like, not the advertisements, but the ideas
could've-
scrawled in feces on the walls of a bus.
Okay.
Like what crazy people are writing in the bus. Like
Right.
Shaun takes that as gospel.
honestly, that could have been sauce. I kind of like. There's an idea there. You know, there's like a bit of something.
So we're just like $6 million man rebuilding Shaun the Sheep right now to give him sauce. Is that what we've devolved to?
Attendees at CinemaCon reportedly shocked as #Clifford movie shown has several scenes having bigoted language in regards to a gay side character. And at one point, the titular character Clifford the Big Red Dog joining in on the homophobic language. Hashtag film Twitter. That's awesome.
It's fucked up. The other day, Shelby and I had a fucking heated argument about like Clifford the Big Red Dogging one of our cats.
Eating one of your cats?
No, like if one of our cats got Clifford the Big Red Dog to where they were like huge, and I had to keep telling her like the government would take him away.
Did they get homophobic too? Or
No, I don't think they get homophobic. I just had to keep saying, I was fighting with my wife because she was like, the government's not going to take him away. We'd have a giant cat. He would eat the government agents. And I'd be like, no, Shelby, the government would take the giant cat away.
They send a tank.
That would make things, I feel like that would make things a bit worse, if I'm honest. Like, I feel like if it started eating things, it would be worse.
I was just like, fuck, though, the government would definitely take it away. They try to like put that shit in cows, make a 20-foot tall cow. Think of the beef.
Yeah, it would be the...
That's the realest shit ever, too. You're so right.
It would be the farming industry.
I feel
They
crazy
would
fighting my wife on this. I was
do
like, what are you
that.
talking about? The government would take the cat.
I like how your wife is like, hee, Brendan, like if one of our cats got big, which would it be? And you just went, the government would take it.
The government would take it and turn it into a beef.
That's my problem, though, is I'm like, it would suck. We live in the torture nexus. I'm like, there's no way they wouldn't fucking take the 20-foot tall cat.
Your cat's full of FEV and it's all over.
Dude, make chili out of them. That'd be horrible.
They'd make chili out of the cat, bro.
Yeah, they'd serve it with honey buns or whatever. Cinnamon rolls.
They wouldn't fucking eat, though. They would put the cat in a giant, like, a fucking 21-foot tall jar for the 20-foot tall cat.
Oh, yeah, get circuses and stuff, like county fairs.
They put it in the tube.
They tube that fucker.
They tube the cat.
The tube,
I don't want them to tube truck.
That would be unfortunate.
Gonna put that on my blog spot. Government tubed my cat today.
Now, if Truck did become 21 feet tall, but was then also homophobic, would you be okay with him getting tubed or what?
No, still my cat, man. I got homophobic family members.
What if instead of 21 feet, he was 21 Savage?
Oh, now the government can take.
If your
Not
cat
a Savage fan.
If your cat was as tall as your house and started rapping, I mean,
I don't know. I gotta be real with you. No idea who that is. So
You don't know who 21
I don't know who,
Savage is?
dude. I
rapper.
don't keep up. Anytime anybody's talking about like Kendrick and Drake stuff too, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm listening to like a Lemon Demon song from 2008 over here, buddy.
21 Savage is the guy who's like,
He kind of looks like a Batman villain.
rich fella shit, na-na-na.
I've never heard 21 Savage before.
did not say fellow, mind you.
He did not say fella.
I don't know who people are.
What do you want me to
man.
say? The fucking
He
slur?
did not say fella.
I'm too busy crossing my arms at claymation children's movies. I don't have time.
We're all crossing our arms right now.
I want Shaun the Sheep to fight Clifford the Big Red Dog. The more I think about it,
All of them could take him down, I feel like.
Oh, like Shadow that put him in the Titan wire gear.
in the Titan wire gear.
Yeah, the Attack on Titan wire gear.
Oh yeah, the
What are you on now?
3D maneuver gear.
Yeah.
That's the,
maneuverability.
yeah.
With the blades and stuff that are really just box cutters.
Big rolled up newspapers.
Yeah.
Big rolled up newspapers. Smack his nose with.
Can we real quick? Let's power scale the Ardmen.
All right, so I think
The hard
so
men.
all right, this is what I've been waiting for.
Power scale.
Yeah, main characters only. And my main characters, I mean like their name is on the fucking cover. So we got Wallace, we got Gromit, we got fucking
Shaun the Sheep.
the chicken from Chicken Run, and
Feathers McGraw.
no,
he's not on the
the
title.
rat and the rat from
Flushed away.
Flushed
okay,
away.
so
It's
the
just
rat's
Wallace
the
and Gromit
weakest,
sweep.
right?
That's it.
Wouldn't the rat be the weakest?
No, it's literally Gromit S tier, Wallace A tier, Sean in B tier, and then everything else can go to C tier.
Oh, I would
Why?
put Wallace and Gromit in the same tier. They only work with each other.
I would not, because Gromit has to take care of Wallace. When separated, Gromit is the more powerful one because he cleans up everything.
Yeah, I think combined they're unstoppable, but separated, Gromit's stronger.
But separate, you put Wallace in A tier.
Yeah, Gromit's stronger than Wallace for sure.
I don't know. Like
I don't know, man.
Wallace's makes some pretty fucking crazy stuff.
It's about, if we're basing this on willpower alone,
Yeah.
Willpower? What the
You-
fuck
you
are
are
you
right,
talking
though.
about?
Gromit has willpower, dude. He's solid as
you
a
forget
rock.
that Gromit has the indomitable will of the dogged spirit. Like,
Literally.
no matter what happens, he will fix it.
Gromit is a hard counter to Wallace the more I think about it. Yeah, anything he invents, he can counter, basically.
Imagine how powerful he'd be if like Wallace got killed off too. Like Gromit's rage.
Gromit can not only utilize all of Wallace's inventions, he can perfectly counter them to save the day.
Literally, he's the strongest character. Aardman
He is the
has.
strongest Aardman character by far. Easy.
Well, okay, now hold on.
But why is Shaun stronger than the rat? Oh, I guess because he could step on him.
he's a fucking rat.
Would Feathers McGraw be on the same tier as Wallace?
I would
though?
say Feathers McGraw is actually up there.
Feathers McGraw would be on the same tier as Gromit.
Yeah, he's all
Really?
If
Yeah.
Wallace, if Gromit isn't number one, it's Feathers.
He's like Gromit, but fucked up and crazy.
Feathers
Literally.
McGraw is the Joker to Gromit's Batman.
Literally.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Literally.
okay.
I hate saying that, and I want you to fucking kill me for
That's all you
saying
had to
that.
say. That's all you had to say that convinced me. Well, because he can invent like Wallace can't. Well,
He can. No, he can. In the new movie, we see him inventing stuff.
to a pretty good degree.
Feathers McGraw is like a part. He's like a fusion of Wallace and Gromit in terms of his powers.
Yes.
However, Wallace and Gromit are stronger together than Feathers is by himself.
Yeah,
Separate,
exactly.
Feathers has like a slight leg up on Gromit IMO.
Yeah.
But like I like together, like they clear him.
No, okay. The question then also is Feathers packing? Because that's like default kit for him is he has a gun.
Yeah, he
Just
always has
genuinely
that
he
thing.
has a gun. That's the
true.
thing with him.
What if we both gave them guns?
If we both gave them guns, I would still say Feathers probably a better marksman. So I think he still has an edge there.
But Gromit has plot armor.
I feel like Brendan primed me with the Batman shit, but I feel like Gromit wouldn't use a gun.
He wouldn't
Gromit
use a
would
gun.
not, yeah,
No,
exactly. But Gromit doesn't have a no kill rule. So
That's
like,
true. He's not Batman.
He's not Batman.
Gromit would pick up a gun and his ears would fly off.
The
and he'd
thing
drop
is,
it.
though, is if Feathers McGraw shot at Gromit, he would fall to the ground. That he had conveniently picked up a ketchup packet 30 minutes into the movie earlier and pocketed in his dog fur, and he would have faked him out.
He does have plot
Chekhov's
armor.
ketchup packet.
Chekhov's ketchup packet. They would have faked him out.
They literally did that in the new movie too. Like
and it would have been some foul shit.
They did that in the new movie. They literally did this already. Yeah, Gromit is the strongest. I think Feathers is right behind Gromit.
Well, that's also another thing is that Gromit is like the Alfred to Wallace's Batman ultimately. Because again, like Wallace wouldn't want to kill Feathers McGraw. Gromit would.
No,
Gromit
but
would
Wallace.
fucking kill him.
The problem with making the analog to Wallace's Batman is that Wallace is generally throughout all of everything is oblivious.
yeah.
He's the one.
And I think that distinction of Wallace's obliviousness is why he's at A tier, and Wallace never solves any problems long term. That's why I wouldn't Alfred Gromit. I mean, it's their own unique dynamic. I think it's a little reductive to like be like a Batman and Alfred, but the dynamic means that Gromit is kind of the adult in the room. Wallace can release unlimited, untapped potential and power within this world. Wallace could create probably clean energy for everybody within like the entire Earth. He could accidentally find like pure fusion energy, but he would fuck it up, and Gromit would have to take care of it.
Wallace would find a way to turn used tea bags into like reusable plutonium or something. Like it'd be fucked up.
Yeah, he would take all the radium out of the fire extinguishers to make a portable nuclear reactor.
Goodness, this is stupid.
Yeah, this is a really dumb fucking discussion.
No, it's good. It's good.
nothing
it's
else
good
to
that
talk
we
about from
get
the
to-
movie.
Extended it. That's for sure.
It's a good. It's good to talk about these things.
I still think that the farmer could kick Wallace's ass, just genuinely.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
beat for beat, shot for shot. Yeah, the farmer is the bruiser.
Yeah. No, he's got strength.
he?
He's got power. I think he could beat Wallace's ass in a fight.
But also, I think the farmer has a level of obliviousness. Even like watching that little bit of the Shaun the Sheep short, I think the obliviousness is very inherent to the farmer's character, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
I guess to be fair, I don't know much about the farmer in comparison.
Well, they
like
wouldn't
Wallace.
fight. Like obviously,
They wouldn't fight.
in
They'd
the
eat
first
cheese
place.
together. Like
They'd
that'd be
eat
it.
cheese. They'd have teas. Like, would you like a bit of Wensleydale? Oh yeah, I mean,
They'd fucking make out sloppy
the whole
style.
thing. I just think that if push came to shove and they had to fight to the death, like the farmer's tossing him into the convenient quarry.
Yeah, but then Gromit would save any fight that Wallace would get in. He would just get saved by Gromit.
They probably both have that same plot armor, though. Is the thing?
Yeah,
Like,
the farmer would get saved by the sheep. Yeah.
yeah, that's the issue. Damn, this is.
What about
crazy.
Chicken Run? They're all dead, right?
They're all dead. Are you kidding me? The
Yeah, they're
farmer's
all
wringing
dead.
their necks. Like Wallace is cooking them up.
Hundreds are dead.
No, they wouldn't wring their necks. I don't think they're mean.
I mean, that's how you kill chickens, isn't it? You like grab them by the neck and then chop it off.
I mean, out of all those chickens, there were two that were slightly competent.
I thought it was a fight between Wallace and Gromit, and like
the farmer
they
and
tag
Shaun the
teaming?
Sheep. Well, no, we were
Is this like
discussing
tag
like
teaming?
we're power scaling discussion here. So like
You're right,
we have to
you're
consider tag teams versus individual. Individually, they'd all still get beat, frankly.
And honestly, like individually, they're all SWAT. Like they'd all be crushed because Mel Gibson chicken was just a fraud in the movie. He was shot out of a cannon, and that was his power. He inspired the hens who knew what they were doing to build like the machine. But he himself couldn't do jack shit.
Yeah, he would just get his shit rocked.
Feathers McGraw would like take advantage of them for labor, frankly.
Oh, Feathers McGraw would have like a junta within a week. Those chickens would be fucking destroyed.
They'd be whipped, dude. It'd be horrible.
They should do that crossover. Fuck it. Feathers McGraw runs the chicken armada.
Well, you know, he did escape in the new movie. Spoilers, by the way. So, like, he could come back into other productions. We could see, and they did have the farmer from the Shaun the Sheep in the new movie too. So the universes are connected.
Oh.
They'll call it
The greater Aardman cinematic universe is being established before our very eyes. You see.
And then Adam Sandler's there from Hubie Halloween.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
That's not Hardman.
It could be. It should be.
It's Netflix.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Wallace has to turn the were-rabbit into a cyborg to fight all the chickens.
They wouldn't have to go that far.
No, he just redirect the vacuum from the were-rabbit.
It'll be like Pacific Rim.
Oh my god, Wallace and the giant mech.
Rim.
The big were-rabbit punched Clifford the big red dog.
Do you think the chicken run chicken and the flush the way rat are drift compatible?
Wait, who's drift?
The flush the way rat and the chicken run chicken, are they drift compatible?
No, I
Can
don't
they
think they're
pilot a
drift
Jaeger
compatible.
together?
We have lost the plot so hard. Regardless,
We've lost it so hard.
regardless. Final
Where
thoughts.
are we?
Shaun the Sheep, art or cool?
I want to see who's drift compatible in Aardman. I want to see that in the Bluebee Theater.
All right, art or cool?
Cool. Yeah, cool. It was a fun movie, but it wasn't impactful.
It's a good movie. Show it to your kids. Watch it. It's a wholesome chungus.
I would almost even change cool to cute because cute and cool are kind of interchangeable, I feel,
This is
when it
very
comes to
cute.
this movie specifically, because it kind of means the same thing. It's cute. It's cool.
This ain't like obviously we all respect the hard work went into the animation because that was always
no.
impressive.
Yeah.
But I would not
Calm
say
your fucking self
it's still
and
a
do not
good
talk
movie.
for me. No, do not talk for me.
Okay,
I could do that shit in my sleep. Whoa, what you fucking plasticine, dude? I fucking eat that shit.
All right, Mr. Jacking off how good the water was. Shut the fuck up. Like I was just gonna say it's well made, but we're not gonna put it in the art category. It's cute.
Obviously, it looks fucking incredible. And
Yeah, literally. That's what I'm saying.
it looks incredible, and I'm proud of everybody that worked on it for not eating the Play-Doh anytime they would look at it.
There's probably a few interns, dude.
Oh, you didn't see the bite marks that I did?
You
look in the background, there's just teeth marks everywhere. A baby got loose in the cinema, dude.
Dude, there's Play-Doh Piscetti everywhere. It's horrible.
Oh God,
There's a baby. It's been 10 years since this movie, and that kid is still trying to shit the Play-Doh out.
It's been 10 years. Oh God, that movie is 10 years old. You're right.
10 years old in 2 days, yeah.
10 years old in 2 days.
What are the odds?
That baby's 15 and still trying to shit that Play-Doh
Still
out.
trying to shit the Play-Doh out, yeah.
Crazy coincidence. We almost watching the 10th anniversary, right? Like,
I think Clifford and the Mel Gibson Rooster would be drift compatible.
Oh, Christ. If you enjoyed this episode of Pondering Spooky Tapes and you want to vote for the next movies that we're going to be checking out, which, by the way, are actually going to be fucked up and weird horror movies, I'm thinking Killer Condom, Ricky-O, and a few others to pick from. Check out our Patreon and support us for $5 and you'll be able to vote for the next movie. And also, when you subscribe to the Patreon, you also get every commentary track for free. So you can check out that.
check out Manborg. Manborg was good. I was on that one. I haven't seen any other ones. I've seen none of the other ones.
Yeah, check out Manborg. Manborg was a fun time. Well, good job, everybody. We Shaun the Sheep for at least 1 hour, which I think is a feat in of it.
Really?
I did not think I thought the episode would be like 40 minutes long.
No, you should look at the amount. I think this is the most I've talked in a Pondering for a while. So I was just like, I gotta come up with bullshit to say.
This is the most word vomit episode we've done in a while. I think there's more word vomit in here than Malignant.
Because there's nothing to say about the movie.
People are gonna be dissecting the bullshit I say in the comments so fucking hard.
How many fucking times did we say vomit this episode even? There's just like per count. How many times do we say vomit?
We do say vomit a lot. And if you want to recommend any movies, just let us know in the freaking comments, you little fuck.
Yeah, leave a comment.
No, a little comment. Leave a
Like,
comment.
Make sure you
Leave a
fucking put me
comment.
in my place.
Also
Tell
like
us-
and or subscribe.
Rank all the sheep in the Shaun the Sheep verse. And so that means that you're gonna
Rank
have
all
to,
the Shaun the Sheep by how likely you think they'd smoke cigarettes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a really good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means you're gonna have to rank Sean, Shirley, Timmy, Timmy's mom, Nuts, and the twins.
The twins?
Apparently they're one entity even though they're twins.
I don't care. Nuts is probably the one smoking the most, but like... Nuts and
probably-
Timmy's mom are probably smoking the
Nuts
most.
is probably fucking longing to spleef or
He's
whatever the fuck
chuffing
we're talking
darts,
about
man.
anymore. He's chuffing the baddest glarts.
He's chuffing back fart darts, yeah.
This sucks.
Okay, let's end it. I don't know how they do it in the movie. They kind of sound like they're moaning. Hey, thanks so much for listening. This episode would not have been possible without the help from our patrons, such as Alan Diver, Bland But Funny, Boopaloo, Brain Soup, Banjo Stop Biting Me, that's not a name, Banjo, Brass, Cassandra Crash, Chips, Chris Chapman, Devo, not the band, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Guy Beam, Invictus Echo, Jaybird, Lambda Man, Leo the Geotech, Lucavia, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Pharmacy Fruit Bat, Preston Husk, Random Diamonds, Rat Supreme, Ryan Rocket, Spherical May, The Frost Ace, Ulbert, Will9455, and Woodstock. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. And maybe next time it'll be an actual horror movie if we can help it.